Welcome to studio vlog number 1. This week I spent most of my time in the studio brainstorming ideas for my solo show. I have about a month to come up with a couple paintings to fill up a small gallery in June, so the hardest part is coming up with ideas. I spend a lot of time on Pinterest going through and finding photos that inspire me, whether it's the color scheme, the hairdos, the people in them, anything really. And I just grabbed this huge sheet of paper and just started thumbnailing ideas and poses. I take a lot of notes on the sides too. I also like to paint some of the colors that I'd like to use in the images as well. I know I talk about Pinterest a lot, but it's really a useful tool as an artist. One thing that's important to do when you're working on a project is come up with a mood board. And in school they taught us to collect images, print them out, or cut them from magazines and paste them all on one giant board to look at while you're working. It's a similar concept, except it uses a lot less paper. Sometimes it is helpful to have it out in front of you while you're working though, instead of having to turn on your phone or iPad every 3 minutes. So I might actually end up printing out a screenshot of my board just to have small images and help with the creative process when I'm sketching. I came up with a theme for my solo show, and it's going to be revolving around the idea of nostalgia. It's something I've felt and thought about a lot since I was in high school. There's so many things, songs, smells, colors that remind me of certain times in my life. I always found it interesting that certain things will trigger the feeling of nostalgia, and I think it would be fun to explore the visual aspects of it in my show. Hopefully I can capture the feeling in my paintings. I also wanted to have a separate section for Sirens comic and some mermaids because I can't just choose one style. I really love painting and drawing different ideas, so it's going to be interesting. So yeah, this week wasn't very eventful. We did go to a show earlier and we saw the Walters and Somersault. Somersault's a local band from Austin, and I really love their music. It's very chill and relaxing and actually reminds me a lot of California, which is weird because they're from here. But they were really good, and I recommend, if you like the little clips I included, you guys should definitely check them out. The Walters are also pretty awesome. I'll put links to both of them down below. So after I've got a few thumbnails down, I started to work on my first painting. I really loved the sketch that I did, but I always redraw it onto the canvas, but I was having trouble getting the proportions the same as the sketch. So I was trying my usual transfer methods, but it wasn't really working very well, especially with the wood canvas instead of a regular one. I was trying a transfer paper and it worked okay, but I still wasn't happy with it, so I actually ended up buying a projector online, and thanks to Amazon Prime it was here the next day. And I ended up getting a digital projector instead of the art ones because those can be like $300 for a decent one. But I saw that the digital projectors could actually do the same thing and were much cheaper. I'll show you guys it on my next video, and I'll put a link to the one that I purchased. So at the end here, I'm just prepping my canvas. I had a tub of clear gesso, and it's important to prep your wood canvases before you paint on them. Otherwise the wood could warp and crack, and the paint might not last very long. So I was working on a couple of different paintings at the same time. And it's probably going to be a while before they're all complete, but I'm pretty excited for how everything's going to turn out. Alright, so that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed my little studio vlog. I promise I'll have more exciting things happening next week. Alright, thank you for watching. Bye!